It's Wednesday, July the 10th, and you're tuned in to the TNIAB podcast. I'm Vince.
I'm Anthony.
And this is the Geek Chic Culture Show. We talk about all the cool things in the whole wide world. Did a mid-July, middle of the summer. So,
Sound like Goofy there.
yeah. It's hot. All the youngins are out of school, and all the adults are
Still at work.
just living another day.
But also, traffic is less, so that's good.
I don't know. It's tough to gauge.
I feel like traffic is less now.
You think so?
Yeah, at least on my way to work.
I don't know. It's tough. I think it's about the same now.
Okay.
I'm not too sure.
Okay.
I'm not too sure. Let's kick things off with a question
Okay.
to chew on.
Oh, yes.
Because Polymus Chewamus writes in.
Oh, my favorite Transformer.
Yeah. I'm a decent number of years older than you guys.
Damn.
What does he mean by decent?
Like 10?
I think 10's too much.
5? A handful? A handful of years?
Yeah, okay, sure.
7?
I think he's like 2 years older than us.
Oh, yeah, a decent number, you know.
Enough where you can be like, I'm older than you.
Respect me.
So I'm interested to know how your responses differ from mine with regards to my question. Time travel with me,
Okay.
if you will. Think back to your childhood and the time you spent at the arcade.
Yes.
What sounds are you hearing? Do you hear the clinking of tokens from those coin-pushing games that get you tickets?
Ticket games? What are you, am I casual?
Was it the ski balls releasing
What am I, casual?
and the K-chunking you could start to roll the balls up the ramp? Or did you hang out by the video games? I'm assuming this is the case. Are there specific sounds that immediately take you back to that time? For me, it's get over here,
Okay.
or Hadoken, or even, oh, jams it in. Or maybe it
Must be
was
the shoes.
Colossus
Oh, that one's pretty good too.
from X-Men game. What sounds do you immediately associate with your childhood in the arcade? If the arcade wasn't really a big deal for you guys since home video game technology had progressed so far by the time you guys were arcade age, you can answer the next question. How do you think the improvements in home video game technology as well as the social acceptance of video game will impact the lives of the upcoming generation? When I was growing up, video games were too nerdy to be cool. That's definitely no longer the case. 6:49 p.m.
6:49 p.m. Damn, on the money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, this is what I think about when I think about the arcade, which is
What?
where's the sound effect? Hit it. Come on. Oh, it's loading.
What are you talking about?
Basically, it was the Virtual On intro
Where did you play Virtual on?
at Shrixton Shores.
Where's that?
It's closer to the border. It was like this kind of like camping place where they had like you could either rent an RV, you could rent a cabin, you could go out camping for realsies, and they had this center hub. And in the hub, I don't know who was running this arcade, but hot damn, they were the coolest person ever because they had imported a lot of machines.
And you knew about this when you were a kid?
Yeah,
Wow.
and so I went in. Or like I knew they were imported, like I knew they were not from here because they were in Japanese.
Oh.
Right? I was like, what is this like fucking moon language?
So, because I was gonna say, like, were you all? I can't remember. Were you always into video games since you were born?
I think as long as I can remember, I've always been into video games. There was a good chunk of time where I was way into sports.
Okay.
And then personal stuff happened, and then I just got way into video games.
Okay.
But yeah, like my first video game console was an NES.
Yeah.
At like when I was like 4 or 5.
Okay.
And then ever since then, it's been.
Okay. Because I know, because like you're marginally younger than me, but even I know that's young enough to be like where arcades are more or less done.
Yeah. So like our mall had arcades too, and like I would always
Yeah.
play on the big screen Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Mm-hmm.
Like Take You for a Ride is another one of those memories.
Oh yeah.
Time Crisis 2 is another one of those memories.
But he's asking you specifically for the sound.
The sounds?
The senses. Because I could tell you what I know.
Machine gun. Rocket launcher.
Oh, is that what you're hearing?
Or, what's that? Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, I'll tell you what mine is. Mine is
Oh
Daytona.
no! Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one too. Yeah.
The other thing
House of the Dead.
Oh yeah. The other one that I remember a lot was in terms of sounds and actions was the clicking and the clanging of the air hockey
Oh,
table.
air hockey, yeah. I
Um,
remember one time me and my friend were playing air hockey, waiting
yeah.
for a movie to start, and we were on 5 apiece, and that machine was first to 6 wins. And we played for so long at 5 apiece that A, we gathered a crowd, and B, the machine shut off.
Because you're playing too long.
Because we were playing for too long.
Yeah. Goes into auto.
And then everyone was just like, oh!
Yeah.
You remember LA Machine Guns?
I don't think so.
No. What else was there? Silent Scope.
Yeah. But now you're just listing games.
Yeah, now I'm just listening to games. It's got to be sound effect like Sega.
Yeah, like
Uh,
I don't know. To be honest, like the sounds I actually remember from like when I was young enough to be in an arcade when I guess that arcades were still in their prime, weren't actually like game related.
oh, really?
No, things I remember were
Fights.
a lot of fights and a lot of lighters, like just the spark, and I could always remember the smell of smoke.
Okay.
That's how I remember arcades. Smoke. Just smoke.
You go in there and
yeah, I'd love to be in there, but then I'd be like, oh, it smells awful, and then my mom would be like, you can't be in here. It's bad for you.
Killer Combo. That was another one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But to be honest, now that when I think about the arcade, like actual sounds, honestly, what I hear or what happens in my head is I just hear the sounds I hear in the casino.
It's a lot because it's all jumbled together. Like when
Yeah.
you went to Palladium as a kid, and it's just like every single game noise amalgamated into one loud ass noise.
And then so like the sounds of an arcade in my mind just sound like the casino of today. So
accurate.
There you go. That's and some casinos you can smoke in, so it might as well be the same shit.
Yeah, my favorite memory of an arcade isn't actually a sound, or I guess it could be a sound, but it was at Shrixton Shores. I guess whoever's running that arcade, they had imported a Fist of the North Star arcade machine, and it had 6 punching bags. And how the game worked is that when you were facing one of the bosses from the story, a bag would pop out and you'd have to punch it back in. And it was basically, could you hit enough bags that pop out in a certain order in order to do enough damage? It was pretty fun.
Cool. I guess the second part of his question is how does he think we feel about the current acceptance of video games and technology and how it's going to affect the upcoming generation?
I think it will be honestly in the same vein as movies. Like video games are just going to be a thing that's there. You're going to have your niche. You're still going to there's going to be people who like art house films. There's going to be people who like things like Gone Home, right? I think they're popular enough now to where they've been legitimized as an art form. Obviously, maybe the generation before us is still like on the fence and being like, yo, what? Like, what is this child stuff? But really, it's coming to its own. Like things like The Last of Us, things like the new God of War have shown that you're able to tell a very serious story and a compelling story inside a video game.
Yep. Yeah. I more or less echo your statements. I think it's going to be I think the upcoming generation, it's gonna be just another thing. It's just gonna be like another piece of entertainment that we have.
I think that it'll definitely be different because a lot of it will be online. Maybe two generations from now, there's not going to be discs. They won't have the experience of going to an arcade and sitting down beside or standing beside someone at the same machine, a stranger, and then just either getting their ass kicked or kicking their ass.
I don't know. I think they might.
Like tournaments and stuff like that exist, but I guess that environment, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I think in the next 10 years when video games become like just regular thing, I think
arcades will make a comeback.
Yeah, and I think that'll be the equivalent of like, when like, oh, I got my son's soccer practice. It's like, oh, we got a tournament to go to.
I know there's a bunch of stuff happening. I think it was at Anime Expo recently. Where people are reporting that like parents have taken their kids out of school in certain instances so they can train for Fortnite tournaments.
Wow. I mean, like, yeah.
And it's like, that's fucking wild. Like
Yeah.
the whole like toxic sports parents. Like I remember that parent who would always yell at their kid to like hustle, like get out there with it. Like they'd be that parent.
Yeah.
Um,
I think that'll be a
and
thing.
that'll be a thing for video games for sure.
Yep.
It, I think it's just gonna get more normalized. I don't know if it's gonna be any better or worse, but it'll definitely be more normalized.
For sure.
It'll be like all those shitty tropes you see in sports parents or things that are more socially acceptable now, you will see in video games.
Absolutely.
Like, oh, I wish my son was good at Fortnite. All he does is play story-based stuff or build shit in Minecraft or whatever, right? Like, it'll be something like that. Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you for writing in, Paul.
Thanks, Paul.
Picks of the week.
You want me to go?
Sure.
Because I only got a small bit.
Small.
This is new Turok.
Oh, right. This is what you picked.
Yeah, there's nothing really happened. Well, Vince is gonna talk about the other stuff that happened this week, but my only pick this week was so there's this new game that dropped the day the trailer came out, and it's a new Turok game. But it's like the cutest thing I've ever seen, which is the polar opposite of Turok.
Yeah.
Like from a game that had a weapon called the Cerebral Bore that was a homing drill that could drill into a dinosaur's face and then explode.
Yes.
Comes a tile-based action game that's all pastels and chibi cute dinosaurs.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird.
I don't know. I think it's kind of modern. It's kind of like what games are today.
It's cool, but it's like when I think of Turok, I think of Native American man getting pushed back in time to dinosaur era.
Yeah.
And then he has that big wrist blade.
Yeah. Well, yeah, obviously you think of that stuff. I do too, but I think of the 90s and I think about it's not the 90s and
but what if it was the 90s?
Well, it's not, and they want to make him relevant again, so yeah, the game looks interesting.
Yeah.
Not for me, but it's cool that they brought it back in this manner. But yeah, Turok. Do they have a price on this game? Is it PC only?
I think right now it's only on Steam. But I haven't checked the price. They didn't say it on the trailer, so.
Okay, cool. Other news that happened this week. I'm gonna just rifle through a couple quick ones because it was Anime Expo this past weekend. So Otomo.
Who?
Katsuhiro Otomo, the man behind Akira,
okay,
has announced a new Akira.
Oh yeah, but it's live action. No, or was it a show?
It's a film.
It's a film. Okay,
it's a film. I don't know if there's any more details. He also announced that there's going to be a 4K remaster of the original
Hell
Akira.
Yeah.
So that'd be pretty cool. I have yet to buy the Akira Blu-ray, so we'll just wait on this one.
And then you get a 4K TV.
Not that they're so cheap. And
I know, right?
So I might as well, right?
And you got that PS4 Pro.
I do.
You're like, I have all the things to do this.
Netflix has announced that they are going to have a Pacific Rim anime coming in 2020. So look forward to that. I have no idea if there's any more.
Is there any more details on that? Like, is studio, director?
No, they've confirmed it's gonna have 2 seasons.
And how ambitious of them.
It'll be produced by Legendary, as in the
people from the movie.
Yeah, so I don't know. And Tokyo's Polygon Pictures. I don't know if I've heard of them.
Did Legendary do Afro Samurai? Did they produce Afro Samurai?
Live action movie?
No, the anime.
I have no idea. I've never seen Afro Samurai.
It's weird.
I know.
And hyper violent.
There's the next My Hero Academia movie might be the last My Hero Academia movie.
Oh, okay.
So
is it not popular enough to go on like Dragon Ball or what's going on? I thought that was like the hotness.
I don't know. They just said that I think they might just not have another movie.
Okay.
So
sure.
Have fun. Have fun. There was a Kickstarter. Is it a Kickstarter a long time ago for this anime project? I think by a Western team called Cannon Busters. I don't know if you've seen this.
No.
It's been in slow development over the past couple of years. It looks pretty cool. They finally have a release date. It's on Netflix. August. I want to say it's August 20th. It'll come out. Looks pretty cool. Check it out if you can. And then the big thing that happened at Anime Expo was they teased 10 minutes from the Evangelion movie
This is fucking wild.
3.0 plus 1.0.
It's fucking crazy.
So this is the fourth Eva movie, and if you're a brand new Eva fan because you just checked out the show, the movies have nothing to do with the show.
Yeah, they're polar, like not polar opposites, but they're more wild.
They are a different universe. Asuka has a different name, and after movie 2, it just completely deviates from the show. So it's crazy.
It's wild.
Yeah, absolutely. Check it out if you can, or wait until the movie somehow comes out at some point in the future. So that's that. The big thing, though, that dropped was the first teaser trailer for Disney's live-action Mulan. And it looks like a Chinese
Action movie.
wire frame, not wire frame.
Fu?
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me.
Crouching Tiger.
Sure, Hero.
All that stuff that I don't.
It looks
really
like all of Jet Li's movies.
Yeah. Does it look like Cradle to the Grave?
No. Okay, it looks like all Jet Li's Chinese movies.
There you go.
Like, that's what it looks like. And I'm a little conflicted on that.
Yeah, this is like the only live action Disney movie so far that they've decided to, it seems like, change the premise
Or deviate
from the formula that they have. Like Jungle Book was strictly the Jungle Book.
Yeah.
Did they have a live action Tarzan?
Yep.
Like Tarzan I hear is strictly Tarzan.
Yeah.
Aladdin is strictly Aladdin with a new song.
Yeah. Lion King's Lion King.
Lion King's Lion King.
And for this one, they decided to. I think a lot. So I didn't know this, but like, or not that I didn't know this, but I didn't realize most people weren't aware that the original Disney Mulan movie, when they first saw that, they thought that was an original story, as in like it wasn't based on anything.
Yeah, it's based on Mulan of lore, of legend, of poem.
Yeah, yeah, but I didn't. Just in speaking to a lot of people, I think it was just assumed that like that was another Disney.
Oh, it was like one of those.
Yeah, like it was
okay.
like on the same level as Aladdin, as in like there was 100%.
You mean Prince Ali's not based off a real person?
No.
God damn it.
And you know what? To a certain extent, I guess Disney's original Mulan is completely original because it is got a talking dragon and shit.
You telling me that talking dragons don't exist in China?
I cannot confirm or deny.
All right. I've never been, so I can't say.
I cannot confirm or deny. But yeah, so this one looks like it's definitely more influenced by the poems. Looks a bit more it looks more like a historical piece versus like a Disney movie.
It kind of reminds me of what's that movie Red Hill? That like 4-hour Chinese war movie.
Yeah. I mean, it looks cool, but this is just a teaser, and I feel like the teaser, what they show in here is definitely try to set a very serious tone, and because it's still Disney, I feel like there is a bait and switch going on somewhere. I don't know if that's exactly what they're going to deliver when the film finally releases. So I'm looking forward to the first real trailer, like a trailer that's not where people are talking, basically.
Yeah, I didn't really actually know much about Mulan other than that she was some ancient Chinese warrior.
Yeah,
but I thought the whole thing, like, Mulan is probably one of my favorite Disney movies. And a lot of it does have to do with, like, the more fantastical portions of it. Like, fucking, was it the Huns? Just, like, being these smoke boogeyman monsters.
The Huns were pretty savage.
The Huns are fucking savage, bruh. And then, like, it's probably got my favorite songs in it. Stuff like that. I don't like the mirror one, My Reflection.
You don't like Christina Aguilera?
No, it's fucking boring.
Wow.
Boring.
What you got against women?
Listen, everything, right?
Got that on record.
I had to lean into the joke.
Got that on record.
I had to lean into the joke.
He wasn't joking.
Or was yeah, it's just like Mulan's really cool, but a historical. It depends on how much they try and bring back from the animated.
Nothing.
If it's absolutely nothing and they're like, this is basically a documentary, I'm like, cool, I'm down.
Like
But
I think they've confirmed there's no songs.
oh really?
There's no, who's the captain in, like, the guy that she falls in love with in the,
Oh him, yeah.
he's not in it.
Damn.
Like, they've confirmed a whole lot of items that are like, this is not the Disney movie.
Because right now the whole thing I see is I see Mulan as the title card, but then I also see Disney.
Yeah.
So then I just immediately imagine in my head, oh, Eddie Murphy as a dragon, and there's a whole song about I wish I never skipped gym, and I'll make a man out of you and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, that's not in this.
Yeah, and if it's not, I think that's more interesting than making a purified Disney version.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know how I feel about this one. It's like, I love Mulan.
Mm.
But at the same time, it's like, I really hope it's just not like Wire Fu.
What do you got against Chinese
Nothing.
movies?
It's just, I feel like I've seen that all my life.
Yeah, and also, like, I fucking hate Wire Fu. Like, I love action movies.
Oh, you don't like it when they're like floaty running on rooftops?
Like, yo, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, I fucking hate that movie. I like the concept of Hero, but I hate watching Hero. Like,
Heroes the one with the 4?
Yeah, where it's like, it's the one story from 4 perspectives. Like, that's a sick concept.
Yeah.
But also, watching them do any sort of action in Hero, I'm like, this is goofy. Like, this
Yeah, I guess it's like, because like I guess Chinese martial arts is very much like, it's very graceful and like very much like a dance.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be, right?
Yeah, but they like really up the dancing portion.
Yeah.
Or it's like, it's
They put the dancing portion on steroids.
Yeah.
And it's like, I know what Chinese kung fu movies can be like, where it's just like this gritty ass, people getting knocked the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like that kind of, and that's what I want to see. I don't want to see this, like, what's that yearly Chinese concert dance thing that happens in Toronto?
The Dragon Dance? What?
No, it's like, it's always like, it's like a play.
What time of year? Like lunar?
Like lunar, around there, yeah.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Something.
I couldn't.
I don't remember. But yeah, it's like that. It's like, that sounds cool, but like, I would just be bored. I don't want to see no dancing. I want to see people getting kicked in the face.
Well, it's also a Disney movie, so like, you're not gonna get some like gritty beheadings, and like, you're not getting Ong back, is what I'm saying.
What if we did?
No, you're not getting that.
Mulan was in the war for 12 years, man.
Yeah, I don't
She
know.
saw some gritty shit. You're gonna tell me she's gone 12 years without seeing at least one beheading?
Yes.
Come on.
I don't know.
Come on.
Who knows? Who knows what this movie can go either way for me. Like, it could be awesome or it could not. Who knows? We'll see. We'll find out.
Yeah, it's the only one that they've taken a chance with in terms of deviating from the formula.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Mulan. It's Mulan. I'll watch it. I feel like I'm obligated.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll watch it. And since we're on topic Disney movies, they did deviate from their next Disney movie announcement.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing a live action Little Mermaid.
They are, yeah.
And when I read the actress that they picked, I read it as Halle Berry.
That's what I read it as too.
And I thought, what the fuck? And not because Halle Berry's black or anything, but I just thought.
Also because.
I thought it was because she's super old.
Yeah.
And I thought, what is this wild mix up of. And then I looked it up and I'm like, oh, it's like Halle Bailey.
Yeah.
And I thought, who is this girl? Obviously, the world is in a bit of a kerfuffle. We'll call it.
Yeah, we'll call it a kerfuffle.
A kerfuffle. I don't know.
They casted a black Ariel, which, like, you know, in the grand scheme of things, doesn't actually matter.
No, she's a fish lady.
She is a fish lady. It's true. It depends on where you're coming from, because if you're of the mindset, like, the people who I find have the most problem, it's not necessarily that she's white. Yeah. It's that that she's black. It's that the original story is based around, like, Norwegian seas, and like all those people around there are white. Like, that's who they are, right? And so they're taking that as more of like a cultural affront, like
Yeah.
because it's like this country's like pride and joy, like this whole story, right?
Yeah.
Their original folktale. It's like, why would you change it in such a way?
Yeah.
Like I very rarely have I seen anything that's just been strict up, fucking black people,
Yeah.
right? And obviously those people are fucking lunatics.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, like I can sort of get behind that. Like if like definitely if it's like a culture thing, but the only thing I'll say about the Little Mermaid is like the actual story of the Little Mermaid has nothing to do with culture,
no, yeah,
and that's why I don't really mind. Like if it was like with
of
Mulan,
the Disney movie, it has nothing to do with
exactly. If it was like Mulan or Pocahontas and they changed that, I'd be a little weirded out because because their whole movie is reliant on their culture.
Chinese Pocahontas though.
No.
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 What if Pocahontas did some wire foo?
Man, those colors of the wind will be wild.
What if she attacked with the colors of the wind?
No.
Like that was her final move. Like she jumped into the air and like Buddha hands and shot the colors of the wind at you.
No. I don't like hearing that.
I think it's a nice cultural remix.
Oh my god.
You know?
I need to slap you.
Try to appeal to the new demographic. Ugh.
Okay, let's talk about our last big news announcement this week. Hit it.
You want to switch it up?
Yes, please.
To video games?
Yes.
Yeah, there's a new Switch, baby.
Yeah.
So, those Wall Street Journal thingamajigs have been, those rumors are true, I guess. They have, at least half of it is.
Yes.
The Nintendo Corporation.
Is that what they're called?
Yeah,
now?
the Nintendo Corporation, previously known for playing card games and playing cards, have ventured out into a new ocean, and it's video games. No, but they made a basically 2DS Switch. So they made a Switch Lite, and that's what it's called. It comes in 3 distinct colors of just super bright yellow, really aqua blue or like coral blue,
it's turquoise,
whatever.
The box says turquoise.
I don't read. Come on.
You know, that answers so many questions now. I understand you 1000% more.
Reading's for chumps.
Oh my god, it makes so much sense.
And then this boring ass gray. Yeah. But it is, what is it, like 10%, some amount of percentage smaller than a real Switch.
A real
Switch.
Than the
real Switch.
Yeah.
It doesn't have disconnectable Joy-Cons. It's all one unit.
It's a single unit. One package.
It has a real D-pad.
Yes, it does.
Which is, I'm just jelly.
Yeah.
But also, they've taken away a bunch of features in order to make this $100 cheaper and smaller. One of which is the IR sensor at the bottom of the controller.
Sure.
The second of which is any sort of motion control.
Yes.
The third of which is 3D rumble.
Yes.
And the fourth of which is TV connectability.
That's where they lost the $100. Have you tried to buy a dock on its own?
It's like $1 bajillion.
Yes, that's how they did the price cut.
Yeah. So this thing is strictly handheld, and the smaller form factor is meant for portability.
Let's be real though, it's not that much smaller.
It's not a Game Boy SP.
It certainly is not. Like I had problems carrying around my 3DS XL. I'm pretty sure this is bigger than that.
Yeah, but what if you just carried a messenger bag at all times?
Well, I do have a backpack every day.
Yeah, just chuck it in your backpack.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
I don't like it.
You don't want video games on the go? Don't you want to be in your office and everyone's like, hey man, let's play Mario Kart, and you all get together around the lunch table?
So the truth is I do have my Switch in my bag every day.
And no one wants to play Mario Kart?
No one has Mario Kart at the office.
Damn.
I don't have Mario Kart.
Damn. What are you playing? Mario Party?
I'm playing, Octopath.
Okay. So yeah, it's a smaller form factor Switch. The Verge had an article that's saying Nintendo said that it's not gonna replace the 3DS, which I'm like, that's a fucking lie. That's just a bold-faced lie, because there's like, what, one game coming out for the 3DS this year?
Yes, but the 3DS library is still available.
It is still available. That's fine. Like, if they count replacement as we shut down the 3DS store, then that's some marketing wizardry.
Yes.
Because really, replacing is like, do we release games for this thing? Not really. Like, even if I don't think the Wii is supported, but Just Dance 2020 just coming out on it. So
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
so yeah, I it looks cool.
Absolutely.
I want one.
Absolutely.
I have no need for it.
Absolutely.
Like, what do you think of this? Like,
Okay, so I'm gonna buy one.
for the Pokemon one, obviously.
No, I put a pre-order down for the Aqua one, the turquoise
Okay.
one. But I'm buying it because I still am butthurt that I didn't buy the Game Boy Micro when it came out all those years ago.
Oh, really? You
Yeah.
think this is gonna be Game Boy Micro?
No,
levels?
but it's gonna be like, listen, it's gonna be 5 years from now. I'm gonna be like, oh, I should have got that Switch.
Will you?
No,
Will you really?
no, no.
Because like the Game Boy Micro is a special thing. Like that thing is the size of a Game Boy Advance cart.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Oh, God, I'm gonna go to eBay.
Just buy a micro.
Yeah.
I want the Famicom faceplate one.
I just want anyone.
Those are so sick. And
'Cause,
it had a backlit screen too, right?
Yeah, it was like other than the SP, it was the only one.
I think the only way I'm buying any sort of Switch console, a new one, is if the Pro or whatever they rumored is actually real, and it's just some wicked awesome shit. Because I barely travel with my Switch as it is, and if it's only slightly bigger and it's just strictly more powerful,
Yeah,
and just a better console overall, like if say it has a better kickstand,
yeah.
like I'll buy a new one. But I have no reason to downgrade, I guess. Like if I had a kid and I wanted to get them a Switch, I would 100% get them this Switch.
Yes.
Because it is just one solid unit.
Yes.
It seems more durable than the other one. There's no controllers to lose.
Yes.
Just stuff like that. And I would get them that Switch. But
Yes.
yeah.
I really do want one because I only ever play my Switch in portable mode.
Really?
Like my Switch isn't even hooked up to a TV.
I want to say most of the time I play my Switch, it's on a TV.
Yeah, like I don't. Like mine's either on the train or I'm on the couch or something. Like I never hook it up to a TV. The one thing that would like tip me over the edge and make this like a oh yes, okay, I definitely do need this is if they say that the battery life is like 10 hours.
Oh, if it just blows the original Switch out of the water.
If they're like, listen, it's like if you remember the DSi, the DS that never died. If it's like that, then obviously I need one.
That would be a compelling argument.
The only thing that would hold me back, like completely, is what is Nintendo gonna do about my user ID?
And system transfers.
Exactly. Like,
yeah.
Am I gonna have to transfer systems every time I want to switch back? Because in an ideal world, I want to be able to just have my account on both
and download everything on both.
Exactly, and have like cloud saves, and then just continue our because that's what everyone else is doing.
But it's Nintendo, baby. Like you can't play with your friends on Mario Maker. Like, come on.
So
the sanctity of the leaderboards, Vince.
So that's the real problem that I have to think about. As of right now, do I need one? No, but yes, I absolutely do want one.
I just like there's no color that pushes me over the edge to where I'm like, I want that.
Yeah, I'll admit, like I do like the yellow too. Like of the two colors that are available, I think they're both really good, but I don't truly love either one.
I want that atomic purple.
No, we don't need clear purple. No, thank you.
I've been thinking about buying those like case replacements for my Switch.
Oh my god.
Yeah, get like the ice blue case replacement.
Oh.
Yeah, or the atomic green.
Oh, that's even uglier.
What are you talking about? It's awesome.
Ice blue is the only one that you can get away with, but like
what about the orange?
No.
Yeah, that orange one's cool.
I can't believe Nintendo released the Game Boy Color in all those colors.
Yeah.
And like nowadays they couldn't be bothered.
They had so many colors.
They had like six colors out at once.
They even had that one SP was orange and green?
Yeah, they did the two tones.
The two tones. Yeah.
My sister's is red and black. And like so I don't know. That's pretty cool. But yeah, thanks Nintendo.
For bringing out limited colors in a console I don't really want.
Yeah. If the rumors are true, though, that means that next year we'll get the Switch Max.
Mm-hmm. Which, you know what, I'm down for. To be honest, I haven't been playing much on my Switch since I finished with Monster Hunter Generations.
Yeah.
So it's kind of just been chilling in the TV dock.
Yeah.
So I don't really know what I'm gonna play on it.
I'll be playing Fire Emblem next week, so like.
I'm playing after I finish what's it called? Judgment. I'm gonna start playing The Friends of Ringo Ishikawa because it was on sale, so I bought it.
Oh, that like beat 'em up.
Yeah, the side-scrolling beat 'em
yeah.
up Persona delinquent game.
RPG.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Neat. So yeah, those are all our picks.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Sweet.
I want to start with my week because it's been short.
Oh.
So I watched Always Be My Maybe.
Yes.
The movie is, I do enjoy it much better more than Crazy Rich Asians.
Yeah.
Obviously not being an Asian person, it's not that I can relate.
You couldn't relate to spam?
Spam
and rice?
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret.
Uh-oh.
I don't think I've ever had spam.
You've never had spam?
I don't think I've ever
You've never had fried spam?
I don't think I've ever had spam in my whole life.
When's your birthday? Why are we going out again? Why are we going out to this fancy place?
I don't think I've ever had
Listen,
spam
I'll cook you some spam and rice
in
with
my
some
whole life.
with some nori on top.
So you got that nori bake? Those nori flakes?
Yeah.
Though I did like a lot of the little touches, like in the beginning of the movie when they invited her over for dinner.
Yeah.
And the mom's just like, listen, Koreans use scissors for everything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, they do. They do. It's strictly a power move.
Yeah.
Like there were certain things I knew.
I don't know many actual Asian cultures that use knives, to be honest.
Really?
I think like every
Japanese just cut things with chopsticks all day.
Yeah. But like, yeah. Yeah, it's crazy when you go to a Korean restaurant and they give you a bucket and scissors.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I was like, I thought this was something we only did at home.
No. No, everyone does it, Vince. I think it was mostly a culture shock for me when I went to a Korean restaurant for the first time. And I got cold noodle and they handed me scissors and I'm like, what do I do with this? What is this? I was like, and then I started using. I'm like, this is fantastic.
Yeah, because that's right. Because they give you the kitchen shears.
They give you
right?
shears,
Yeah.
like not just like scissors. They give
Yeah.
you kitchen shears.
Yeah.
And you're like, what do I do with this?
And you're like, I do everything
with this. I'll eat off it.
Yeah, it's good.
So yeah, I did like it a lot. I think Randall Park and Ali Wong did a really good job in their parts.
Yeah.
It does baffle me at how it's not really baffling, but it's more like the movie magic is annoying because now being in the age range where I'm looking to move on with my life, like do adult shit, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Where like it seems that Randall Park has a part-time job as an air conditioning man and then spends a lot of money on weed and then just has a failing band, but then can still find his own place in San Francisco, one of the most notoriously expensive real estate areas in the world.
Yes.
And it's like, dude, what the fuck? like that's the realest movie magic.
Yes.
Right there. But it was a really endearing movie. I liked it a lot. It was about true love, about love breaking statuses, transcending time, stuff like that. It was cute. It was really cute. And Keanu Reeves is the fucking man.
Oh, yes, he is.
I dare you to break that vase on your head. No problem.
You want to hit me? You want to hit me?
Hit me.
I'm gonna punch you. I'm gonna punch Keanu Reeves.
I love that he plays a caricature of himself.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's good.
So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a good time. After that, I watched yesterday the Beatles movie that is out in theaters currently.
Oh, that's out?
Yeah, that's out now. So for people who don't know, basically, there is a worldwide like freak accident. They explain it as like, remember Y2K, how they said at New Year's midnight all the electronics were gonna go out?
Yeah.
That happened, but
All
like a
right.
bunch of years later.
All right.
And so every single electronic in the world went out. And our main protagonist is a failing artist. He's been trying to write songs, become a famous singer, do all that stuff, but it's just not working out. So on the day he decides to give up, He's riding his bike home. That whole incident happens. And he gets hit by a bus. So while he's in the hospital, he's recovering, blah, blah, blah. And when he gets out, his friends buy him a new guitar because they're like, the other one got hit by a bus. And he starts playing Yesterday by the Beatles. And every person is like, wow, that's the most beautiful song I've ever heard.
Oh, this movie. Yeah, okay.
When did you write it?
Yeah.
Or who wrote it?
Yeah.
He's like, what are you talking about? It's like, yeah, like who? It's like the Beatles. It's like, who?
Yeah.
And so it's a world where the Beatles don't exist.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily that people forgot. It's that they never existed in the first place. Like something about this freak accident, like this Freaky Friday accident, changed the history of the world. And certain, like the reoccurring joke is like there's even more things that don't exist. Like on the guy gets on a plane and he asks the stewardess, he's like, "Can I have some Coke?" And the waitress, like the stewardess, just looks at her like, "What the fuck did you just ask me?" And he Googles it and is like, "Only Pepsi exists," right? Or he was just like, "Man, it's like times like these I wish I didn't quit cigarettes." And he's like, "What's a cigarette?" Right? And stuff like that. And so that's like an ongoing joke throughout the movie. But the main important thing is that he remembers all of the songs that the Beatles wrote. And he uses that to get famous himself. And then as you go through the movie, he learns like fame is not all it's cracked up to be. What good is fame if you have no one to share it with? Like stuff like that. And it is a classic rom-com. I had a lot of fun during the movie watching it. And just hearing all these Beatles songs, them recreating famous Beatles moments in history and stuff like that. But I want to say half an hour after the movie ended, as I was thinking about it, I was just like, nothing happened in this movie. Yeah. The way the movie starts and the way the movie ends, it's a net zero.
Okay.
Right? And actually, everything in between is very basic. Like, the jokes aren't that great. There are some good parts with Ed Sheeran where, like, he tries to change up some of the lyrics of some of the... He's like, yo, listen, "Hey Jude," that's pretty good. But what if it was "Hey Dude"? Right? And there's some good stuff like that. But none of it is very memorable. None of it is really outstanding. And it's just like... I enjoyed my time inside because I have such reverence for the Beatles.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And I feel like using the Beatles in this movie was cheating.
Was it?
Because without the Beatles, this movie is average, like a 5 out of 10 to a 4 out of 10 at best.
Huh, wow.
But with the Beatles, I'm like, oh, this is enjoyable. Because like I love those songs so much that it just kind of elevated it a couple points just by having the license to the music.
Yeah.
And there's a couple nods in there. They get one of the Beatles in the movie. There's a couple things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it really is just like this really mediocre to not very good movie wrapped around like with a Beatles rapping. And I thought about it afterwards and I'm like, that movie wasn't that great.
Huh.
But during the movie I had a good time, so I don't really like. I guess I should just take it at face value, right? Like it's this fun little story about what if the Beatles never existed? Ha 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 ha.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost the equivalent of like a one-shot comic. Like what happens if Superman lands in Russia?
I see.
Right? It's kind of like that.
Okay, I guess I can get behind that.
Yeah, it's like a one-shot comic of the Earth. Like what if history went this way?
Huh.
And it's fun. The main character he can sing very well. So he does all those songs justice. But yeah, I had a good time, but I also didn't after. So it's like can't remember another movie that made me feel that way. Or like I had such a great time within it, but then like as I started to like think about it and like analyze it more, I'm like, no, I just like the Beatles. Yeah. And then I've just been playing more Judgment. I went through some more jokey missions. I saved a hobo that can now make me potions.
How many hours are you in this game?
It's 20 now.
Oh, okay, not as much as I thought.
Yeah. So I saved a hobo. He can make me fighting potions.
Wow. You must be so happy.
And the fighting potions are busted because like some of them are just like all your attacks break guards. and you don't lose any of the
Really?
combo. That's awesome, right? And they only last for 30 seconds.
That
though.
does sound awesome.
Yeah. So you can collect different parts and then do that. So I've been doing that, and then the story's getting very serious. I just had a flashback into the whole court case that our main character lost, and
Oh, at the beginning?
yeah, at the beginning, and the
Okay.
reason why he's now a detective and stuff like that. And it's getting deeper into all of the different people that are within like within this story and how they each affect each other, all the branches that come out, all the powers. Like I think one of the people now that's involved in the story is the health minister for all of Japan.
Huh.
So the scale just expands, right? Where it's just like there are people like this murder runs deep, and you don't know how deep. Like this whole mole thing runs deep, and you don't, and it's starting to also connect with his like past loss,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. It's really cool. It's really good.
Weird.
The story is picking up.
Picking up pieces.
Picking up. Also, I learned so in your old office they hire some newbie like fresh out of school, and he always looks like this kind of like weak little nerd, like very skinny, whatever. But you guys, basically, your hideout is a Yakuza arcade, and so he talks back to one of the Yakuza, and you're like, whoa, what the fuck? He's like, you better have the skills to back up that mouth, right? He's like, yeah, I got like a 3rd degree black belt.
Yeah.
Karate. And it's like, whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So every single person in your posse is like baller in terms of fighting. So it's cool. It's cool. I'm really excited to see the end of that game and just where where all the side missions take you. So right now there's not a lot of side missions. Or at least
that's a surprise.
Like not as many as
Yakuza?
the Yakuza games normally have.
Hmm.
And the ones I have done, while some of them are just completely batshit crazy, a lot of them are more serious. Like one of the side missions I have right now is actually a relationship mini game. So I met this girl just singing on the street, and I'm like, oh hey, blah blah blah. We talk, and eventually we become friends, and then she likes you and stuff like that. But as you get deeper within your like relationship tree, it turns out like because she's trying to be an up and coming idol, she has some stalkers, and they're trying to ruin her career, and she can't be seen with a boy, so she has to wear a disguise with you, but then she gets found out, and I'm like, right? And this is just one, and there's multiple women that you can date within the game.
Multiple women, you say?
Yeah. Well, I think one of the trophies is like get 5 women to confess their love to you.
Oh. Wow.
Wow.
Smash 5 women.
Smash 5 ladies. So yeah, it's Yakuza. It's cool. It's a little different than the formula from before, but it's still mainly it. Like this is definitely the growing pains. Like they want to change this into something else, but they only have so much time if you want a game a year.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so it's cool. I like it. And I just don't know how these games do it, but I have played 9 Yakuza games, 8 of which take place in Kamurocho.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still not tired of that city.
Wow.
Every time I come back to it, it's like it's familiarity. It's like it's my video game hometown. It's really weird how they've done it. It's like I'm sure if I left my current city and I moved somewhere far away for a bunch of years and I came back and I'd feel like nostalgic. That's how I feel about the city in the video game.
Wow.
Like I come back and I'm like, oh, the Club Sega's still in the same place.
Wow.
Like, oh, if I go up to Children's Park, there's still some hobos over there. And because the games, like the city develops over the years, like, and so the city's constantly evolving, and it's like you live there. It's like you live in Kamurocho and you see it. Like, okay, you got a new shopping center. Oh, these stores closed down, but then new bars opened up elsewhere and stuff like that. It's cool.
I would just be screaming recycled assets.
It lists 100% recycled assets, 100%. But also, I don't know how this game has used recycled assets and made me love it.
Weird.
Like all the taxis are in the same place every time.
This just sounds lazy.
It does, right? But I guess like if you don't have to rebuild a world every single time, like you do have a lot more time to add in these like little features that kind of make you feel more at home, or do more wacky shit with side missions and stuff like that. I don't know. Like the Yakuza team has somehow made me love recycled assets.
Disgusting. You should be disappointed in yourself.
I should. Well, should I? Like,
yes.
I think, is it my second favorite now? Like, I love Majora's Mask, and that's all recycled assets, or most of it is.
It's so weird because you're like when we have these conversations, you're always like, I like new things.
I do like new things,
and yet your two favorite games are just rehashes of other games.
But they're so Majora's Mask is like, there's no other Zelda like that shit.
Sure there is.
That is like the most original Zelda.
It's Zelda.
You're not saving a princess in that.
Yeah, but it's still Zelda.
Is it?
Yeah, it's still Zelda.
It's got that form, but like the whole thing with the mask, like all the townspeople, the time mechanic, like all that stuff is.
I mean, like the time mechanic's the time mechanic. They did it in Link to the Past.
But it's not the same, really.
And then they did it again in Ocarina of Time.
Again, not the same, really.
And then they're like Majora's Mask.
Because it's not a
let's put it on a smaller
it's
scale.
not a reset. It's not a Groundhog Day situation.
Right? Isn't it?
It's not.
Isn't it?
It's not.
You're right.
Because you're just traveling to the same points in time in the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. It's cool. My heart is conflicted.
I know. I can tell. I can tell.
My heart is conflicted.
It's eating at you.
Also, just a personal note, I have been trying to. So last year, or maybe 2 years ago now, I made it a mission to increase my tolerance for spicy food.
Oh yes.
And I was somewhat successful. I think I can handle some pretty spicy food now, or what other people would consider spicy. Now the next challenge, I've been trying to upgrade my caffeine tolerance. So I've been drinking iced coffees.
Just every day?
Not every day, like maybe every other day, once every 3 days.
Okay. Why?
Because usually when I go on dates,
it's for coffee?
And we go to coffee shops and stuff like that, it's always like, oh, I'll order a hot chocolate.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
It's not very adult, I would say.
Are you sure?
Most definitely in very professional business meetings I've had with important people in my company where they're all taking a coffee run and there's one hot chocolate for me. And it's like, oh, who invited the child?
You got peer pressured
into this? I got peer pressured into caffeine. But also, I like the taste of coffee.
Oh, okay.
I like the taste of an iced cap. I like the taste of an iced coffee. I like the taste of just espresso. Like, okay. It tastes good. It's just I can't handle the after effects.
That's a shame.
And here's the thing. With spicy food, after maybe about a month or two of doing it, like I felt an improvement. I was like, my tongue is like, all right, we'll kill some taste buds so you can just like eat spicy food. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, cool. Nothing has changed in the past like 2 months. Like I had an iced coffee 2 days ago.
Yes.
Or was it 2 days ago or yesterday? Yesterday. I could feel my heartbeat through my chest. Like, it was like...
okay.
I think the only upside to all this is that, like, man, coffee really works as a laxative. Like, straight up.
Yeah, it's a diuretic.
It's but it's like almost immediate. Like, I'll finish that iced coffee.
Oh, really? It's like that for you?
Like, I'll finish that iced coffee and then I'll be like, I gotta go.
It's not good.
Is it? I don't know.
No, that's not good. When I say it's a diuretic, I mean like it makes you want to go pee.
Oh no, like I gotta go number 2.
Yeah, no, that's not good.
So maybe I shouldn't be drinking this anymore.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Man.
I don't know. I also miss hot chocolate.
Fucking child.
I really like hot chocolate.
Why don't you just order hot water with a lemon and honey?
I just get like a peppermint tea at that point. See, that's the thing. Like tea doesn't affect me like coffee does, even though technically it has more caffeine.
Well, what kind of tea are you getting?
Like green tea or peppermint.
Well,
tea.
That's why. Get a black tea.
Oh, will it just like riddle me?
Yeah, green tea is not going to give you.
Does green tea have caffeine?
No.
What about peppermint tea?
I don't know. It depends on what leaf they use, right? But if you get like a black tea based tea,
I thought like a matcha had like.
No.
Does it not have caffeine?
Like maybe, but it doesn't have a nowhere near
a coffee.
Yeah, or even like a black tea.
Damn.
If you're getting like those fruity teas or like the Asian teas,
a lot of sugar,
then you're not getting caffeine. Like organic teas?
Yeah.
No.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So there you go.
I know nothing about adult drinks.
You know nothing about a lot of things, Anthony.
What are you talking
we
about?
have established.
What are you talking
this.
about? I know a lot of things about
Listen,
a lot of
okay,
things.
I'm gonna tell you. Audience, I'm gonna tell you a story.
Tell me a story.
I think I've told Anthony a couple times, like, because the TV plan is what 32.
What, the monitor?
No, the TV for like your PS4.
Oh, I think it's like 36.
Yeah, okay. I've been telling Anthony to get a better TV.
Mhm.
Like just occasionally, like I haven't been like bugging him.
Yeah. It's like, why would you buy a new
I'm like,
TV?
get a new TV. Like I saw these 4Ks were like $500 now.
Yeah.
And he says to me, no, because they come with all the smart shit. I'm like, what's your point? They're gonna track me.
Oh yeah, I did think that.
And my immediate reaction was, turn that shit off. And this stuff didn't cross his mind. And it's not like he couldn't figure it out. Like, you need the internet, first of all.
Yeah.
You have to willingly put that information in.
I think it was just the idea of a webcam in my TV that I was like, fuck that. And I just didn't think about it any further. Also, do they have 4K TVs with like analog inputs?
They might, yeah.
Because like
you mean like RBG or do you mean component?
like component composite.
I don't know if they have composite anymore.
Because like my current TV has 2 like custom jacks for component and composite.
I think but I think you might have to pay a bit more to get those. I don't know if you'll get composite, but you'll definitely get component.
Okay. Well, if I can do component, then I can get composite because it's the same. I just don't use the other 2.
Oh, for the audio, you
Yeah.
mean? Yeah.
I just use the red or white for the audio, and I just put the yellow wire into the green slot.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, you could do that. Okay. Cool. So caffeine's not for you.
I guess so. Like, there's been 0 improvement.
Just have Red Bulls instead.
I've never had an energy drink.
Just do that instead.
That sounds no. I'm so scared of that shit.
Well, listen, then when you get used to the energy drink, coffee will be
Nothing.
problem.
I think then I have an issue.
Problem. So when you're going on dates, coffee dates, are you also being like, "Can I get a hot chocolate?"
Yes.
Oh man. Oh my god.
Most definitely.
And what are they?
Cappuccinos.
Isn't that more caffeine?
Yeah, but at least they're flavored.
Yeah, at least they're like.
Because if your thing is, oh wait, you like the flavor of coffee?
Yeah.
Just get the drinks that have more milk than coffee.
Yeah.
Because you love milk.
I do love milk. It's true. I do have at least a glass of milk a day.
Disgusting.
Just straight milk.
Yeah, straight from the cow's teat.
Yeah. Just unpasteurized.
Oh, gross.
Is that like I don't get? Like, listen, maybe I hang around Asians too much. But y'all need to drink more milk.
No.
Why y'all lactose intolerant? What's
milk
going
is
on?
bad for you.
Milk is good. What are you talking about? Build strong bones.
Calcium builds strong bones.
Milk has calcium.
So so do other things in the world.
So do other things, but also.
But milk is not, listen. Just think of it this way. Milk comes from a completely different species.
Yeah.
Why are we drinking that?
What are you talking about? I drank milk from my mom.
Exactly. That's it though. But do you do that now?
No.
Exactly.
Not since like last year.
Wow. And look how you've changed.
Look how I've changed. I like the taste. Tastes good.
Or if you can't do full coffee, get like a mocha. Half coffee, half hot chocolate.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah. They just get that.
What?
Yeah.
Best of both worlds.
What?
I used to do that a lot in the winter when I was like,
A mocha?
yeah,
Cool.
yeah. Yeah, try that.
Okay.
What a little bitch.
What's up, man? I never heard of a mocha.
Kill me. Kill me.
So yeah, I'll definitely be on dates, and then she'll be like, "Can I get a coffee?" And I'll be like, "Oh, I'll grab this. Okay, get a hot chocolate."
So then wait, how come milk tea doesn't affect you?
I don't know.
Because that's,
Is that black tea?
yeah, that's, when you read it, it says black tea or green tea, milk tea. Yeah.
I don't know. It's just maybe it's because it's like with milk.
There you go. That's a milk-based, more milk than caffeine.
There you
so
go.
you could try that again with coffee.
All right. Okay.
Crazy. Crazy, crazy.
But hot chocolate though.
Not with the hot chocolate. No one needs that in their life.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago I had a meeting with some people, and then they all ordered coffees, and I got a hot chocolate.
Like, I don't know what's worse. You showing up to a meeting with hot chocolate. Did it have whipped cream on it too?
No,
Okay.
it was a Timmy's.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God. Like that, or when you've told me that you show up to meetings with a carton of chocolate milk.
Oh, I've done that before too.
Like,
yeah,
what is worse?
Yeah, I've shown up to meetings, like a business meeting, with just like a juice box.
Anthony, you know you're like a year away from 30.
I need a Capri Sun. I want to walk into the next meeting with a Capri Sun.
God. My God. You're awful.
I'm never growing up.
Apparently. Sometimes I think I'm childish, and I'm like, wait a minute. Hold on.
I'm the check.
Yeah. I'm like, no, I'm doing all right. Okay, so that was your whole week.
Yeah.
Huh? Great.
Realizing that
Great.
coffee is bad.
So I got news of the show that I'm watching, Friends.
Yes.
Is leaving Netflix.
Really?
Yes.
How long has it been on?
For the past year or two or
That's
three.
it?
I don't know.
How long do you got?
End of the year.
Okay, that's fine.
Because I think Time Warner has their own streaming service they're gonna launch.
That's fair.
And they have Friends. So that's it.
Makes
So
sense.
I gotta kick it up a notch. So now I'm on season 6.5 of this show.
Jesus Christ.
They do explain how Monica has that apartment.
How?
She inherited it from her dead grandmother.
Oh man. Like rent control and everything?
Yes.
Dang.
That's why it's so low. And she's illegally subletting it to Rachel, which is how
She's basically not paying any rent.
you got it. That's how they're able to afford it.
Okay.
So I thought that was just a fun little piece of information. Oh, yes.
Pro tip. Want a nice apartment? Inherit it from your dead grandparents.
Exactly. So that's the Friends update. It's still going. It's going great.
Mm-hmm.
It's going great. I checked out some anime from this upcoming summer season.
Mm-hmm.
Or
hit me with the isekais.
So there's a lot of isekais. A lot of isekais. I managed to watch none of them.
Wow, good for you. Restraint.
I watched 2 shows. First one I watched was Fire Force. Fire Force is the story of a world in which people spontaneously combust.
What?
That is just a thing.
Why?
I haven't gotten the explanation yet. All I know is that in this world, people just turn into a ball of fire, and then that ball of fire eats their soul, and they become a demon.
Cool.
And then they just terrorize. And there's a special super elite firefighting squad. We follow the Fire Force squad of the 8th Division.
Cool.
Something.
So
like
there's
that.
more divisions.
Yeah.
Nice.
And they take out, and their mission is to stop the fire demon people, and trying to figure out what the causes of these spontaneous human combustions.
So anime firefighters.
Yeah, and it's awesome.
You showed us some action scenes from it, and it was fucking wild.
Yes, everything was on fire.
Yeah. One of my friends has been reading this manga for like the past year or so.
Yeah.
And he's mentioned that like, oh, it's good. You should read. But it's never been like, yo, you gotta check this out.
Yeah.
And like seeing this animation,
Yeah.
it is right up my alley.
Yeah.
I'm like, I gotta read this shit. Oh my god.
It's so cool. Like I could go more to the story, but you just need to watch it because it's pretty dope.
Okay.
Yeah, like there's more people with different powers and whatnot, and it's so beautiful the way it's animated.
Mm-hmm.
It looks good. The other show I watched was called O Maidens of the Savage Season.
Okay.
And this is about...
Sounds terrible.
It's a slice of life comedy about girls in a literature club, and they are getting to that age where they're suddenly interested in sex.
With other women.
In general. Just sex in general. And it is everything you remember about awkward high school sex info sessions.
Nice.
And just anything related around to sex. It's great. It's really great. It's blunt. It might be a little messy, but
Messy.
as in just like the way like you know how like anime can be very nice and ties things with a bow.
Yeah.
This is not like that.
Okay.
Like it makes it a bit more real and a bit more relatable.
What's the one show? Was it My High School Romantic Comedy?
Snafu?
Snafu. Is it like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's serious and sad and depressing.
yeah.
This is just more like, oh, this is sex. Ha ha
Ha
ha.
ha ha.
Yeah, yeah.
STDs.
Kinda. So yeah, I think that's worth a watch. It is this one I think is on Amazon Prime. So
Okay. Look, you over here with the Amazon
yeah,
Prime.
and then Fire Force is on Crunchyroll and Funimation.
Was it on both?
Yeah.
I thought the whole thing with them is that they wanted to have exclusives.
So yeah, that's the thing. Like, I watched it on. Unfortunately, okay, so I unfortunately watched the first episode of Fire Force in two halves because I So Funimation's app has the Netflix thing where you can download and go,
yeah.
but there was a bug on my app and I could only download the dub, and I fucking hated it.
All right.
So I was just like, whatever. I'll just waste my data on Crunchyroll.
Is Johnny Bosch in it?
Maybe, probably. He's the only one, right?
I think he does all the voices for everything.
Yeah. So and then I watched the sub on Crunchyroll and I just burned my data. I'm like, okay, yeah, this is better. yeah. So yeah, it was good. And then I got back into Monster Hunter World. That game's pretty good.
Oh yeah, that's what we did this weekend. We played Monster Hunter World
I played
again.
a lot of Monster Hunter.
We played 12 hours of Monster Hunter.
Yeah, it was.
Yo, fuck Behemoth. Oh my god.
I cannot believe how hard that is. And we didn't even do the extreme.
Yeah.
And we didn't beat him.
I think we need like beyond endgame gear. We need like tempered gear and shit like that.
Yeah, so like this week I've just been like trying to build out a new set just to do it.
Mhm.
But it's gonna take me a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the Monster Hunter update.
So what weapon are you using now?
So I most of the game I played with either the charge blade or the bow.
Mhm.
I'm ditching the bow forever. I played the switch axe or the bow.
Mhm.
Ditching the bow. I picked up the charge blade because I'm just like I missed the shield.
You miss transforming weapons.
Yeah, like the switch axe is transforming and it's fun, but I missed the technicality of the charge.
The
game.
charge blade, you just shove your sword into it, and you're like kaboom!
Yeah, it's so cool.
It's so cool.
And you know what it is? I saw the Iceborne changes for the charge blade. I'm like, I need to pick up that weapon.
Mm-hmm.
When it turned into like the spinning chainsaw axe forever, I thought, yeah, I need that in my life. So
I've been doing the opposite of you.
Oh yeah.
Where I usually play the flashy weapons,
Yeah.
like the dual swords or the hammer.
Yeah.
But I went to the lance.
Oh, let me poke you to death.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Boop, boop, boop.
Yeah.
So I've been playing, even after the LAN party we had.
Yeah.
I've been playing some more, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make abnormal status lance.
Oh yes.
I think that's what I'm gonna go for.
Yeah.
Just high poison, high paralysis.
Yeah.
And be that guy.
Yeah. I had to do a couple like arena quests, you know the ones where they pick up the loadouts for you.
Yeah.
And they didn't have a bow, they didn't have a charge blade, they didn't have a switch axe.
That's always the worst.
I was like, oh, what am I gonna do?
Mhm.
So I picked up the longsword.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh god, this thing is so anime.
Hey,
It
just
is-
jump off of fools.
Yeah, but I had no realization that the back step and then you could like swing into it. I'm
Yeah.
like, wow. It's so anime.
It's so anime.
Yeah.
It was even more anime in Generations, because if you used a depth dodge,
Yeah.
you would get the anime dodge, and when you run, your spirit slash to upgrade your level, it was just like a downward swing and then like an upward uppercut,
Wow.
and then you got that. You got your upgrade. It was
Wow.
wild.
Wow. But yeah, Monster Hunter. Expect us to talk about that probably periodically for the rest of the year.
Because Iceborne's coming out.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, and we'll probably go through more updates as we.
Hopefully we can beat Behemoth at some point.
I hope.
I think what we need to do when Kulev Torath comes online again.
Oh, get his gear.
Yeah, we need to have another LAN party.
Yeah,
And we need to just farm Kulev Torath.
you're right. I'm thinking I'm gonna farm Linestra for a bit.
Ooh, fancy. Fuck that guy. He's so hard.
I know.
He's so hard.
Sucks. Sucks. Yeah, but I think the major thing I did this week was I watched Spider-Man Far From Home,
Mhm.
aka Spider-Man's European Road Trip.
And
I really liked it.
not
Wow.
surprised because it's Spider-Man.
That's true.
But also, my real question is, how does this movie work as the first movie after Endgame?
So it is. So I think we have to remember is that this movie is still part of Phase 3 of this current. Like it's the last one.
Okay.
It is the epilogue It is
Okay.
what has happened after Endgame, specifically with Spider-Man
Mhm.
and Nick Fury and Shield,
Mhm.
and like they go through like what has happened after Tony Stark has died and what are the repercussions of that. And like long story short, like this is I don't know if it's a spoiler, but it's more like Tony has basically chosen Peter Parker to take his place.
Yeah.
As in, here are the keys to the castle. Go buck wild. So Peter Parker has everything.
Like inheritance, money, science.
They don't talk about the money or anything,
Okay.
but he has access to all of Stark's tech.
That's cool.
Like he has everything.
That's cool.
So like that's what you have to know. But the reason I like this movie a lot is that it's a coming of age story.
Mm-hmm.
It's the summer. It's kids in high school. All he wants to do through the whole movie is tell a girl how he feels.
Aww.
That's the whole movie.
Aww.
And the whole like he wants to take a break from being Spider-Man. He's done. He's like I'm too hurt from losing Mr. Stark. I just want to have a fun time with my friends in the summer. Go on this European vacation, make some memories,
Mhm.
enjoy youth.
Yeah.
Tell a girl I love her, give her a kiss. Like that's his whole mission. But saving the world just keeps interrupting him.
Oh.
And so it becomes one of those like coming of age sort of like where the action becomes the comedy, and it just works really well. Mysterio is exactly what I thought Mysterio was gonna be.
Cool beans.
Mysterio was pretty awesome. Like
Jake Gyllenhaal.
he's
does a good job.
so good.
All right.
He's the best.
All right.
He's probably one of the top villains. He's not as good as Loki,
Loki's pretty good.
but he's a top Marvel villain.
But I'm saying that the next Avengers movie, when they bring everyone back and then Loki and Mysterio hang out,
Dream Team.
I feel like at some point the Marvel movies will just have every actor. Like every single actor will be in a Marvel movie
Yeah,
at some point.
they'll have to be. Yeah.
There will be the Kamen Rider Heisei era movies.
Yeah.
Like
Tom Holland, he's great in this. You know, look, I've always had like I wasn't always completely sold on Tom Holland as Spider-Man, but this is the movie I was like, okay, yeah, he's Spider-Man, and it was really fun to see. Because Mysterio deals with a lot of illusions and stuff, like they do some really cool stuff.
all right.
In terms of their fight sequences. But I will say, fight sequences and the big action set pieces are where I got bored the most. And that's not the movie's fault. It's just I feel like we've seen Spider-Man do everything.
He flips.
Yeah.
Shoots webs.
Like he does and he doesn't do anything here that's particularly novel or new for Spider-Man. It's more Spider-Man.
Okay.
So that's what that is. The one thing that I don't know, I'm like I don't have an opinion on it. It's just one of those weird things. Is I don't know how I feel about this generation of Spider-Man being so heavily reliant on the Avengers or like on the Marvel universe.
I guess that's a good point because Spider-Man has been one of the very few
Like solo
superhero movies that have been good.
Yeah, and like
right?
he's like I love Spider-Man because he is like the struggling kid.
Mhm.
He's poor and he has to deal with like
But now
neighborhood
he's got
level.
it all.
Yeah, but now he's got it all. And all his adventures are now I got to save the world, right? And I just don't know how I feel about that, especially because this is technically like the start of the Spider-Man journey for the universe, right? Yeah. And I guess they're doing it their own way, but like a part of me just feels like what made Spider-Man great was that he was like street level, and he has some of the, I would say he's probably got like maybe after Batman, he's got like the best lineup of villains.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really know how I feel
like
about
the Shocker.
Yes. Get out of here with the fucking Shocker. Why do you like the Shocker so much? Ugh. Could you give me some respectable answer like Scorpion?
I said one. The Shocker.
The Lizard.
The Shocker.
Doc Ock.
Who?
Doc Ock.
I don't know who that is.
Wow.
I know the Shocker though.
Oh, fuck. Shocker. Not even Electro, huh?
Who?
Oh, man.
Is he like a copy?
Sure he is. The Stinger, like the end credit stuff, is absolutely wild. Like it is like whoa.
Okay.
game changer. But it's also like this is the start of phase
2 or
Four.
phase 4.
like this is it. Like that ending stinger is like, okay, get ready. We're moving on.
We've said it before
Yeah.
that after Endgame, we both are like, we kind of check out.
Yeah.
Are you back in?
No.
Okay.
No. Cuz like I said, I don't know if I care about Spider-Man actually being Tony Stark.
How do you feel about I still think the biggest not controversy, but like complaint about these movies is Mary Jane. Like, how do you feel about Mary Jane not being a redhead bombshell and more of like a alt rocker?
I don't mind it only because it's high school and it's Spider-Man of today.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Okay.
is the supermodel bombshell still what, like the current generation of kids, is that what they're after?
Do they get?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that. I don't feel like that is what this generation is, what's considered like quote unquote hot, right? Like that's not it.
That's fair.
Like what do kids, maybe not even kids, but like teenagers, like what are they into?
I'm a bad person to ask because all the people I know that are teenagers within my family are very preppy girls, and they love what you would expect them to love, which is
like
guys
like Harry Styles,
guys who go to the gym and are just fucking yoked.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
My cousin currently has a crush on this dude, and he looks like he has been going to the gym since he was 3. Like,
good for him.
Like, homeboy is ripped.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, I don't know. I feel, definitely, and it's Zenyatta, is that her name?
Zenyatta?
Zendaya. Zendaya. Yeah, no, she does a great job as MJ.
To the iris.
It is weird though that like it's not so like the whole idea of her not being like a redhead bombshell isn't the thing that throws me off. It's more that she's quirky and weird.
See, I don't even know about the quirky weird thing because she just seems like an asshole.
So they explain that.
Really?
Like they cover like why she is the way she is.
Because like in the past 2 movies, it's like, oh, like I can see that like maybe you like her for like her personality and stuff, but she's just never not a total ass to you.
Yeah, so they go into that. They explain why she's like very sarcastic like that.
Okay.
And it's like, oh, you know what? That is 100% relatable.
All right. Okay.
They also explain the like questionable time skip in Endgame. You know how like there's the 5-year time skip?
Oh yes.
So
yes.
they quickly rush through that at the beginning. They try to explain it to you.
Okay.
And you're like, okay,
Nice try.
I guess I'll just accept it.
Nice try.
But let's be real. It doesn't really check out.
Yeah.
But okay. Sure.
Oh yeah, because it does skip past 5 years. Yeah.
Yeah, so like
and they're still supposed to be in high school.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what they say is like for the kids who didn't get vanished,
Yeah.
they just grew 5 years, but they didn't advance in school because there was no schools.
Sure.
So when they came back,
Nice fucking
they're
try.
all back in the
Nice
same grade.
try.
So so in Peter's class, there's a dude who's clearly 20.
Yeah.
Like, and he's like he's a man.
Yeah.
Like he's a good looking dude.
He's with Peter.
Yeah,
okay.
basically, yeah. And so
Nice try.
that's what you gotta do. So, but I really enjoyed it. I was surprised.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's it for my week, though.
Cool.
Yeah, I think that's it for us.
That's all I got. I got nothing. I got no jokes. I got no quips.
Got no nothing.
I got nothing.
Good.
Okay, bye.